What's going on, guys? And welcome back. I don't know if anybody heard what I just said a minute ago, but I'll do it again in the meantime. Anyway, welcome back to College COD. Here we have a banger of a matchup tonight. I am your host, your caster for tonight. My name is Clam or Calamity, and we should be a banger. We have University of Tennessee Chattanooga going up against the Atlanta Owls tonight, and I know it should be a banger of one. I know both these teams just got done playing a match. Tennessee, did end up falling in that one, kind of in emphatic fashion. You saw it on the main broadcast. 3-0 in that one, looking for a big bounce back in their second series of the night. But I just got done watching the stream from the Atlanta Owls. They looked pretty comfortable in that last one. They ended up 3-1, taking the series in 4. And they've only dropped one map in that last one as well. So far, pretty much flawless on the season, 9-1 record on the map count, looking like they are going to continue this trend. It's going to be up to Chattanooga to show us something tonight. Let's take a quick look at the rosters tonight. It's going to be Shinobi, Corona, Red Chase, and Osiris rounding out the starting roster. Looking at them to, make some noise in this one and potentially make the comeback. But on the other side, their opponents waiting for them on the other side. It's going to be the Atlanta Owls. You got Phantom, Juby, Clutch, and Flix. And, I saw some of the Clutch stuff from Phantom and Flix down the tail end of that last scar. I did tune into the stream a little bit. So hope some resistance here in the series. But alas, I digress. The maps in this one, it should be starting out with Blackheart. Then we'll be heading toward Raid and Den, and then a double scar if we do need to go the distance. So maps 4 and 5, be on the lookout for those. But the one I'm looking at in this series, honestly, it's that overload. It seems to be the swing mode in the series, and I'm expecting more shenanigans, especially after they moved some of the portals in this last update on Den. It's a lot easier to score on the non-preferred side now. I think the points are kind of more closer toward even now to be able to score. It's probably still favored a little bit on the preferred side, but maybe not as much as it once was. So keep an eye out for Den if we go deeper into this series. But it's going to be starting with Blackheart here. And I always talk about it. Blackheart, it's the pace setter, the tone setter in the series. A lot of these close quarters maps like Blackheart, even Skyline last year, you saw, whoever comes out shooting first usually ends up taking the map, but we'll see who's going to be shooting hotter at this point. Atlanta, they looked pretty good to close out that map number 4. I will say it was incredibly close though. So I think University of Tennessee, if they can come out with some nice shots and get themselves locked in early, this could be definitely a nice bounce back series for them to get. But it looks like we are going to be loaded on in here in a moment, so we'll see what ends up happening here. I don't know a ton about either of these teams, but I'm excited to see what they have to show me tonight. I'm always looking forward to watching new players and having them show out for us on the stream. We'll see what they can deliver for us. And I didn't talk about the raid as well. That one, honestly, one of my favorite maps in this series as well. So just a great map, great maps all together, everything considered, just for me, honestly, as a viewer, a spectator of Call of Duty. So definitely some things to watch out for in this one. It looks like I did get confirmation we do have a restart, so apologies. It's going to be a little bit longer before we get into this map, but definitely hopefully a banger series. I say that, but like who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying things. You know what I mean? I could be completely wrong. My prediction game lately has been kind of bad, so I don't really know. And speaking of predictions, I guess I could give you guys mine based on the limited info I have in this one. And honestly, I don't know if Tricky's going to get mad at me for saying this in the background, but I think I might be taking Atlanta after they just won their last series, and maybe Tennessee coming after a tough loss. Maybe Atlanta in another situation where it takes them maybe 4 or 5 maps. I think Atlanta in 5 is probably where I'm leaning, but we'll see. Obviously, far from over here. They haven't even started yet, so hey, you guys can come after me after the series is over when I'm completely wrong. So, is what it is. But in the meantime, honestly, since we're loading on, or we're taking a minute to load on in, let's send it to a quick break while these teams get everything situated. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we'll be back with map number 1. Just kidding. Producer said we're loading in, so no breaks. No breaks for you, boy. They got me just like, where's Tanner's belt, bro? Just whipping me on the back tonight. Anyway, but yeah, it should be a good showing in for both these teams. We'll see if it's really going to be up to Chattanooga for me to come bouncing back after. You got 3-0'd earlier, pretty dominant fashion as well. Wasn't really that close. It wasn't, especially in the search and the control. The hard point wasn't too bad, but we'll see if that ends up making a difference as well. We will see if that makes a difference at all. And shout out our production as well from Kryptonite, with the fly-throughs. Gotta love these. Yeah, if you guys want your production to be looking nice and crispy, hit up Kryptonite on Discord for all your flyby needs. W ad. But it will be Chattanooga. They're on the hill first on the Blackheart. Trades going down back and forth. Chase flying around with his pistol in hand, and maybe not the preferred weapon for that one, but Corona gets a nice trade 2-piece in turn. And Blackheart P1 can be mixy, but Corona's not done. He's going to get all 4 of them off the break. And finally, Chattanooga, they will stabilize. It's going to be 4 dead thanks to that man, Corona. But, I mean, just like that, 4 dead. On the flip side, Atlanta Owls just break on in and say, hold my beer. Let's just do it ourselves. Nice teamwork coming out early. And, I mean, this can happen on Blackheart. Sometimes you just get broken. One player falls on the side, you turn your head for a moment, and then you could find yourself spawning all the way out. And it's going to be Chattanooga on the overextension trying to flip the spawns, but Atlanta have done a great job so far shutting down all the avenues at the point, just trying to break on through. And they'll net themselves about a 10-point advantage going into New now, and they have a great setup as well toward New. They just have to make sure they're winning a couple of these gunfights in transition. That's a great start, though. 3v4 now from the front. Red Chase slides, not able to win the first one. Just the teamwork so far from Atlanta looking pretty stellar as they're going to clear all 4 members on the front of the time. And there's still about 40 more seconds to gain here. So Atlanta, if they can win a couple more gunfights, these last couple of pushes from Tennessee, I mean, they might be off to like a 60, 70-point lead here already off the early initial time. And there we go. Now I have game sound. Appreciate you, producer, man. As we are going to be winding down the clock here, but it's going to be the rotation. I mean, we'll see if Tennessee can lock it down. They're still kind of hitting old, and look at where these arrows are for Atlanta Owls here. Numbers 2 and 3 are going to be in a crucial gunfight. They're going to be winning it. We'll see what ends up happening here as all of them are going to be falling in transition. Yes, Shinobi, the last member to try and cross there. And he's doing his thing right now, but, I mean, he's going to get shut down, having kind of a tough start. Look at this Shinobi. I know Cyrus turned things around as it's been a kind of a rough go of things so far. Red Chase only able to get 1, and now Corona finds himself the last member. Nobody's blocking for Atlanta Owls. He just spawns all of his teammates on top of him. Tennessee maybe blessed with a blunder of a spawn block from Atlanta here, but they do stabilize. This could be another 3 dead. Chase, I mean, just able to get 1, but everybody just systematically falling for Tennessee at the moment. Red Chase with a double, but it might just be a little bit too little too late at this point. Already a pretty big deficit early on in this hard point. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to come back from this one. We have seen incredible comebacks on this map mode combination before, though. We'll see if we're going to be spotting another one, another 3 dead. As University of Tennessee, they do get the remaining time at the very least here, and they have positioning now to potentially push through toward New. They got to be careful about number 3 behind them as well, though. That's going to be Juvie on old. Juvie maybe, no, it's going to get a double kill, shuts them down at the front, though, but it might not matter because Atlanta kind of falling in the back toward New. Tennessee trying to activate, trying to hold these spawns. Looks like Osiris on the prowl, able to get 1, but instantly traded on out. Clutches here. And, I mean, we'll see who... I mean, these gunfights in the back are so important. We'll see who ends up getting the better end of things. So far, it's just been a mix fest in the back of the map. And Tennessee will be winning the majority of the gunfights so far. And a much-needed comeback here on this last hill. I mean, if they lost this P4, this could have been, I mean, just kind of blowout territory. But good to see them winning some gunfights in transition. Maybe a little bit of pre-match jitters. Maybe they needed to warm up a little bit after their last match. But they're coming roaring back into this one. And with 20 seconds left... they'll have the favored side toward P5 right now, but we'll see if they can make strides toward New, as that's kind of been where they've struggled so far on these rotations. Seems like Atlanta have had the better end of them the majority of this map so far, and that's netted them about a 50-point edge going into this new hill here. So, Red Chase, you got some work to do. Corona over the top, able to get his trade, and seems like the arrows on the red team doing a decent job holding the pinches, but it's going to be clutch going from the middle. He's able to get 1. No, shut down. Nice flying off the wall there. And it will be Tennessee able to soak the majority of this front time, but they're going to fall all 3 at the same time here. Red Chase getting some shots in. His teammates do spawn on him, but look at that. Number 8, Shinobi. He spawns across the map, and now Atlanta on the prowl, looking to try and push toward the back, but Osiris shutting it down. An iron wall for him. He's able to get a double. And that'll alleviate a lot of the pressure that I thought was coming their way. Atlanta got maybe one more push at this, and looks like so far so good. Flicks with a double, and this will surely be the spawns flipped here. Osiris can't do it all, and Chattanooga at the tail end are going to lose control, but a much-needed P5 as well. They got a lot of time on that one, so they are still able to go blow for blow with Atlanta, but just on the worst end of that scoreboard because of the struggles in the opening. It's tough, right? If you go down 50, 60 points to chain together an entire hill, or maybe even 2 at the same time, it can be a tough task, a daunting one. But, I mean, Blackheart can be your friend in that aspect as long as you're rotating properly. We've seen Atlanta capitalize so far on a lot of these hills, but it's going to have to be Tennessee to make the comeback still in this game. Down about 70-ish points. I mean, despite, the heroics in the last couple, still struggling in the slaying department. Has been Osiris, has been Shinobi. I will say it has been better the past couple of hills, but still need to lock in, still need to keep energized in this one. try and hold this last couple of points here, and it will be, looks like number 8, Shinobi, getting aggressive toward the spawn point. He knows there's players around him. He's going to play for it, but doesn't get the first one. That was a big gunfight on the minimap there. You saw in the back. Just as I say that, though, Tennessee, they spawned on P4. They still have the preferred spawns for P2 here. If they can win a couple of gunfights here in transition, they should be able to lock down a lot of time. And yeah, look at that. Atlanta just don't push back toward P2, and they still get those split spawns. So, I mean, it can be Tennessee be able to lock this down on this P2, but it's going to be tough because, I mean, they're just getting parallels at the moment. Finally, some gunfights going their way. Osiris with some fancy footwork, able to get the pistol kill off the top ropes, and just like that, Tennessee, they stabilized. But, I mean, Atlanta Alice, they've done a great job. I mean, in transition, just able to lock down a lot of this time that's gone kind of 50-50. It seems like they've gotten a majority of it. Shinobi with the 3, though, maybe shutting me up real quick. And Tennessee off to the races. Still 40 seconds left for them to get on P2, and this is why you rotate for this L. Look at how far away Atlanta spawn here. They have to wrap all the way through the left side of the map, waiting for each other before they even get another quality attempt at hitting this, but it will be number 6 falling in the back. That was Corona. He was the linchpin for the spawns, and now the rest of Tennessee, they have to pick up the pieces, and they're unable to do it, and just like that, Atlanta, they do break on in with 20 seconds or so left, so scrap time going their way, but Tennessee, they are on the rotation. We'll see if they can lock down this P3. Let's go into listening with Tennessee, see how they're common late into this first map here.
One down. Watch out, close on you.
Join people.
I got 2 on me. Square.
Help him. We have to have him score.
Got one. That's one in the back, Juby.
Back right. Watch out. Absolute clutch. Super weak. There's 2 on top, both weak.
Front, P1, bro. Phantom.
Calling in our kill.
Square in the back, P3.
Punch us with this. Left on punch up.
So Bike front. We're just getting shot from.
Front, dead.
Nice.
Another one front.
Watch ramp.
Phantom in the back, half health.
Weak flicks, half.
Let's go, guys. Square.
I got one.
I need out of time.
Let's bang this out. Dead.
Playing your left on.
Outer, half health.
One shot flicks, man.
We spawned.
He's just playing his eye front, bro. Yeah, he's just playing his eye.
And 2 at old.
Yeah, half health.
Spawning in him.
Yeah, we spawned now. There's gonna be 2 new at Chase.
Yep.
Let's get a 60 here. I have your mid.
Two front. Quick.
I am clearing.
I need help front, guys. There's 3 front.
Help him.
I got killed front. Another 3.
Helping.
One dead front.
One dead.
Sir.
I have your hop.
Nice. They're all far.
I have your long. I'll take your long.
Whole team's front. Pick
Block
up mid.
it.
I'm
Pick
pushing
up
up
mid.
orange. I'm pushing up orange.
Long dead.
Just play close. Play tight.
Well, 2 mid. I need help mid.
Back up, Parker.
I sent another one mid.
And that's the comms of University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. Definitely some frantic comms, and I can understand why. Down about 100 points, and they needed to lock in the 60-second on this hill to make this comeback possible. They've done a good job so far, holding them off from mid and the front, and it's just been great teamwork, all things considered, but they still have to rotate. They still are not immune to getting broken here in the end. It's going to be difficult for them to get a lot of this time, especially when the Hellstorm from Flix comes down and just wreaks havoc on the hill. Shinobi doing what he can to try and stay alive, buy his teammates time, and he does a great job, gets a double, and now that allows Tennessee to push on through. They could potentially rotate and flip the spawns, but it's going to have to be a team effort here as both players from the Tennessee on the left side of the map looking for an overextension. Corona gets the trade only on 1, though, and the clock is ticking right now. Only 20 seconds left for Atlanta to take this map number 1. They're in great spots in the back as well. 3 dead, though. Hold up. This is not over yet. It's only number 1 in the back clutch, and he will fall. So Tennessee, they do what I thought they might not have been able to, and that's break this P5 area. Shinobi just frying mid-map currently, roaming around the map, doing what he can to try and lock it down. And a decent setup on the overextension. It's going to be 3 players hitting the back, though, and that's exactly what you need to do for Atlanta. And as I say that, though, they are all dealt with. It's just Flix, and the trophy system will take care of business. So don't call it a comeback, Tennessee. They're still a long way from winning this one, but they gave themselves a chance now. And as we reset toward this P1 time, we'll see if they're able to push on through Atlanta. I mean, you can't really afford to give up a lot of this P1 time. You were in a comfortable advantage in this one, but it's kind of evaporated on you. You got to make sure you're winning it here. You don't want to go to this P2 hill. And Tennessee, Chattanooga, they want to take this map away from the jaws of defeat here, but Phantom has something to say about it. 3 for him. Red Chase, the last member alive on the pinch here. He needs to stay alive. They have 1 more push at this. We'll see if Tennessee can pull it off here. Chase occupying the members. 2 of them shooting in the back, but that's going to be 3 dead. Osiris, the last to fall. And it's going to be Atlanta taking a comfortable map number 1. Maybe got away from them in the end there, but I mean, Tennessee, they put up a good fight, just weren't able to get it over the finish line in the end there. And they know it. They knew they were playing a little bit better toward the latter half of that one as you look in the face cams. Maybe a little bit dejected, but I think they know what they did wrong. And going forward, you need to know what they got to improve on. I think it was just came down to a lot of the rotations early on, just were a little too late on that front, and that cost them. You can't really afford to go down 100 points in the hole. It can be an incredible task to try and get out of. So, hey, not too many long faces there. They know what they did wrong. We'll see if they can clean it up in map number 2. But Atlanta, I mean, just keep going, keep dominating from their current form so far. They look pretty good. I know Blackheart, kind of a map where it's either incredibly close or it's super one-sided. But I mean, why not both? It seemed like it was like that for this particular series so far. So we'll see what happens in map number 2. It is going to be Raid coming up next. So I mean, probably my favorite map in Call of Duty history, and I think it's for a reason as well. Great layout as we go into the series as a whole. And I will say, I believe Tennessee, in their last matchup, I think they got 6-0'd on the Search and Destroy as well in their last series. So looking for a big comeback in this one. We'll see if they're able to do it. And it should be a decent showing here in a moment. But alas, I digress. In the meantime, we will be taking a quick break while we get map number 2 locked and loaded. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more action. W ad. But it will be Chattanooga. They're on the hill first on the Blackheart. Trades going down back and forth. Chase flying around with his pistol in hand, and maybe not the preferred weapon for that one, but Corona gets a nice trade 2-piece in turn. And I mean, Blackheart P1 can be mixy, but Corona's not done. He's going to get all 4 of them off the break. Kind of a rough go of things so far. Red Chase only able to get 1. Now Corona finds himself the last man, but nobody's blocking for Atlanta Owls. He just spawns all of his teammates on top of him. Tennessee maybe blessed with a blunder of a spawn block from Tennessee, trying to activate, trying to hold these spawns. Looks like Osiris on the prowl, able to get 1, but instantly traded on out. Clutches here, and I mean, we'll see who. I mean, these gunfights in the back are so important. We'll see who ends up getting the better end of things. So far, it's just been a mix fest in the back of the map. And Tennessee will be winning the majority of the gunfights so far. Play for it, but doesn't get the first one. That was a big gunfight on the mini-map there you saw in the back. Just as I say that, though, Tennessee, they spawn on P4. They still have the preferred spawns for P2 here. If they can win a couple of gunfights here in transition, they should be able to lock down a lot of time. And yeah, look at that. Atlanta just don't push back toward P2, and they still get those split spawns. So, I mean, it can be Tennessee be able to lock this down on this P2, but it's going to be tough because, I mean, they're just getting parallels at the moment. Finally, some gunfights going their way. Osiris with some fancy footwork, able to get the pistol kill off the top ropes, and just like that, Tennessee, they stabilized. But, I mean, Atlanta Owls, they've done a great job. I mean, in transition, just able to lock down a lot of this time that's gone kind of 50-50. It seems like they've gotten a majority of it. Shinobi with the 3, though, maybe shutting me up real quick. And Tennessee off to the races. Still.
Throwing people.
I got 2 on me, square.
Help him. We have to him score.
Got 1. That's on the back, Juby.
Missing Juby.
Back right.
Juby dead.
Spawn up front.
One shot. Absolute clutch. Super weak. There's 2 on top,
One's
both weak.
front, P1, bro. Phantom.
Flying in our
Square in the back P3.
Punch up. Let them punch up. Front, dead.
Nice.
Another one front.
Random in the back, half health.
Weak flips, half.
2 guys. Dead.
Flying go left.
Dead. Outer, half health.
One shot flicks, man.
We swindled.
He's just playing his front row. Yeah, he's just playing his eye.
2 at old.
Yeah, half health.
Flying in him.
Yeah, there's gonna be 2 new chase.
Yeah.
Let's get a 60 here. I have your mid.
Quick. I need help front, guys. There's 3 front.
Help him.
I got killed front. Number 3.
And they needed to lock in the 60-second on this hill to make this comeback possible. They've done a good job so far, holding them off from mid and the front. And it's just been great teamwork, all things considered, but they still have to rotate. They still are not immune to getting broken here in the end. It's going to be difficult for them to get a lot of this time, especially when the Hellstorm from Flix comes down and just wreaks havoc on the hill. Shinobi doing what he can to try and stay alive, buy his teammates time, and he does a great job, gets a double, and now that allows Tennessee to push on through. They could potentially rotate and flip the spawns, but it's going to have to be a team effort here as both players from the Tennessee on the left side of the map looking for an overextension. Corona gets the trade only on 1, though. P2 Hill. And Tennessee Chattanooga, they want to take this map away in the jaws of defeat here, but Phantom has something to say about it. 3 for him. Red Chase, the last member alive on the pinch here. He needs to stay alive. They have one more push at this. We'll see if Tennessee can pull it off here. Chase occupying the members. 2 of them shooting in the back, but that's going to be 3 dead. Osiris, the last to fall. And it's going to be Atlanta taking a comfortable W-ad. But it will be Chattanooga. They're on the hill first on the Blackheart. Trades going down back and forth. Chase flying around with his pistol in hand, and maybe not the preferred weapon for that one, but Corona gets a nice trade 2-piece in turn. And I mean, Blackheart, P1 can be mixy, but Corona's not done. He's going to get all 4 of them off the break. Kind of a rough go of things so far. Red Chase only able to get 1, and now Corona finds himself the last member. Nobody's blocking for Atlanta Owls. He just spawns all of his teammates on top of him. Tennessee maybe blessed with a blunder of a spawn block from Tennessee, trying to activate, trying to hold these spawns. Looks like Osiris on the prowl, able to get 1, but instantly traded on out. Clutches here, and I mean, we'll see who. I mean, these gunfights in the back are so important. We'll see who ends up getting the better end of things. So far, it's just been a mix fest in the back of the map, and Tennessee will be winning the majority of the gunfights so far. Play for it, but doesn't get the first one. That was a big gunfight on the mini-map there you saw in the back. Just as I say that, though, Tennessee, they spawn on P4. They still have the preferred spawns for P2 here. If they can win a couple of gunfights here in transition, they should be able to lock down a lot of time. And yeah, look at that. Atlanta just don't push back toward P2, and they still get those split spawns. So, I mean, it can be Tennessee be able to lock this down on this P2, but it's going to be tough because, I mean, they're just getting parallels at the moment. Finally, some gunfights going their way. Osiris with some fancy footwork, able to get the pistol kill off the top ropes, and just like that, Tennessee, they stabilized, but I mean, Atlanta Owls, they've done a great job. I mean, in transition, just able to lock down a lot of this time that's gone kind of 50-50. It seems like they've gotten a majority of it. Shinobi with the 3, though, maybe shutting me up real quick. And Tennessee off to the races. Still.
I got 2 on me, square.
We have to him square.
Got 1, left 1 back.
Back right. One shot, absolute clutch. Super weak. Just do time both weak.
Front P1, bro.
Square in the back P3.
One chest, left on one chest.
Back front. Getting shot from.
Front, dead.
Nice.
Another one front.
One ramp.
Phantom in the back, half health.
Weak flips, half.
Yeah, definitely.
Playing left.
Outer, half health.
One shot legs, man.
Respond.
He's just playing his front, bro. He's just playing his eye.
And 2 adults.
Yeah, half health.
Spawning in him.
Yeah, there's gotta be 2 new Chase.
Let's get a 60 here. I have your mid.
Quick. I need help front, guys.
Help him.
I got killed front. 3.
And they needed to lock in the 60-second on this hill to make this comeback possible. They've done a good job so far, holding them off from mid and the front. And it's just been great teamwork, all things considered, but they still have to rotate. They still are not immune to getting broken here in the end. It's going to be difficult for them to get a lot of this time, especially when the Hellstorm from Flix comes down and just wreaks havoc on the hill. Shinobi doing what he can to try and stay alive, buy his teammates time, and he does a great job, gets a double, and now that allows Tennessee to push on through. They could potentially rotate and flip the spawns, but it's going to have to be a team effort here as both players from the Tennessee on the left side of the map looking for an overextension. Corona gets the trade only on 1, though. P2 Hill. Tennessee Chattanooga, they want to take this map away from the jaws of defeat here, but Phantom has something to say about it. 3 for him. Red Chase, the last member alive on the pinch here. He needs to stay alive. They have one more push at this. We'll see if Tennessee can pull it off here. Chase occupying the members. 2 of them shooting in the back, but that's going to be 3 dead. Osiris, the last to fall. And it's going to be Atlanta taking a comfortable W-ad. But it will be Chattanooga. They're on the hill first on the Blackheart. Trades going down back and forth. Chase flying around with his pistol in hand, and maybe not the preferred weapon for that one, but Corona gets a nice trade 2-piece in turn. And I mean, Blackheart, P1 can be mixy, but Corona's not done. He's going to get all 4 of them off the break. Kind of a rough go of things so far. Red Chase only able to get 1, and now Corona finds himself the last member. Nobody's blocking for Atlanta Owls. He just spawns all of his teammates on top of him. Tennessee maybe blessed with a blunder of a spawn block from Tennessee, trying to activate, trying to hold these spawns. Looks like Osiris on the prowl, able to get 1, but instantly traded on out. Clutches here, and I mean, we'll see who. I mean, these gunfights in the back are so important. We'll see who ends up getting the better end of things. So far, it's just been a mix fest in the back of the map, and Tennessee will be winning the majority of the gunfights so far. Play for it, but doesn't get the first one. That was a big gunfight on the mini-map there you saw in the back. Just Just as I say that, though, Tennessee, they spawned on P4. They still have the preferred spawns for P2 here. If they can win a couple of gunfights here in transition, they should be able to lock down a lot of time. And yeah, look at that. Atlanta just don't push back toward P2, and they still get those split spawns. So, I mean, it can be Tennessee be able to lock this down on this P2, but it's going to be tough because, I mean, they're just getting parallels at the moment. Finally, some gunfights going their way. Osiris with some fancy footwork, able to get the pistol kill off the top ropes, and just like that, Tennessee, they stabilize. But, I mean, Atlanta Alice, they've done a great job. I mean, in transition, just able to lock down a lot of this time that's gone kind of 50-50. It seems like they've gotten a majority of it. Shinobi with the 3, though, maybe shutting me up real quick. And Tennessee off to the races. Still.
I got you on me, square.
Help him, we have him. Score.
Got one. That's one back,
This
Juby.
is Juby. This is Juby.
Back,
Use
back.
skill on Juby. Use skill on Juby.
Back right.
Back right. Should be.
Juby dead.
Line
Juby
up
dead.
front.
One shot. Absolute clutch. Super weak. Just do it time
One
both weak.
front, P1, bro. 10 on him.
Calling an arc.
Square in the back P3.
Punch us. Left him, punch us.
Bike front. I'm just getting shot from.
Front, dead.
Nice.
Another one front.
Watch ramp.
Ban him in the back. Half health.
Weak flicks. Half.
Two guys. Yeah, dead.
Playing left. Left on
Dead. Outer. Half health.
One shot flags, man.
We swindled.
He's just playing his background, bro. Yeah, he's just playing his eye.
And one, two at old.
Welcome back to College COD League here. We should have a banger on our hands. I mean, that was a pretty solid first map we saw on the Black Heart, all things considered. Atlanta Owls. I mean, they came off to a strong start. I mean, it was Tennessee, Chattanooga. They did bounce back in the end, but it just wasn't quite enough, as we are going to be loading on in to map number 2, Raid SND, and here we are already into the action. It's going to be a mix fest toward B. Juby tag down low, 8 HP, and Red Chase running it down, but gotta be careful. He has multiple members here. Not able to get the first one. Juby gets the better of him in that one, and Clutch combines on in for the second. Now an overwhelming advantage for Atlanta here. Shinobi gets one back at the very least, but still definitely a better position to be in for Atlanta. We'll see if they can activate here. They're going to plant the bomb, and now it's up to Shinobi and Osiris to pick up the pieces in the 2v3. It's definitely still doable, but they're running out of time. They got to really pinpoint some of these players and just make sure they're not getting traded. But, I mean, with only 30 seconds left, this is looking more and more unlikely. They still have yet to clear out mid, and they're going through basketball all the way around. So this is looking more and more like the Owls round. We'll see if they can get it done. Osiris and Shinobi going toward Tiki now. Still haven't spotted the player. Juby is going to get spotted, but Juby will get all of them. Double kill for him, and I believe 3 in the round there for Juby. Great stuff from him. Opening little 3-piece, and that's going to be one on the board for Atlanta. Maybe not the best opening start they were hoping for Tennessee there. I thought maybe Red Chase was able to get first blood. He had the SMG up close and personal, but it was just Juby shutting it down, gets the first blood, and finds the last 2. And we'll see what ends up happening here as we go forward. Tennessee, I mean, still not out of it. It's only the first round, so, you know, Raid, definitely a map where you can make some comebacks on. I feel like offense probably a little bit more preferred on this map as well, so maybe that'll be favoring them. As it looks like bomb toward the A bomb site, and only Flix is here, jump spotting toward the back, so this should give the info, at the very least, that, I mean, Chattanooga, they're here, and that'll wrap the arrows. Look at them all wrapping back toward Laundry, and maybe Tennessee missing the timing window that they had to plant the bomb now, as members now know that they're here. Shinobi toward the top area, looking for first blood, waiting for his teammates' support, though, as bomb will finally drop, so now Tennessee putting the pressure on Atlanta. We'll see if they can do anything. Clutch toward mid-map. Might get a timing as well. Flicks with the first blood. And it's going to be Corona. Wow, rips him from mid-pillars, and his teammate is there with the cover fire. So now Chattanooga have an overwhelming advantage. Just the MVP for round 1. Juby here. Honestly, at this point, maybe you just save your streak already on a 3. Maybe just backing on up, allowing Tennessee to win the round with only 20 seconds left. That might be the smart play, but Juby looking like he wants to go for it. And he's not going to spot anybody. He hasn't played Laundry. He has to know they're up here. And oh my god, absolutely guns Corona up top there. Unfortunately, it didn't end up mattering. But Chattanooga, yeah, fist in the air, letting them know that was a solid round. I mean, a little bit maybe delayed, but they did get it done. They were able to plant the bomb. They got a decent setup, and that can happen on A. I mean, you get a good setup on A, it could be incredibly hard to retake toward Laundry. Just too many lines of sight, and pretty difficult to try and pull off without the pinch coming through. And Juby, you know, just ran out of time in the end here. Nice little answer back there. And I'm actually curious if anybody's going to be whipping out the sniper rifle in here. I'm not sure what exactly the rules are with GAs in the college league, but I'm assuming it's the same as the pros with the 2 sniper rifle or 2 sniper life rule. Say that 5 times fast. Anyway, so we'll see if we end up seeing any of that in this match as well. I don't know if anybody in chat knows the GAs. Let me know. Not too familiar with it, but it's going to be Red Chase pushing up mid-map, and I don't think he's spot clutch as well. Are they just right next to it? What is this timing? What is going on? What the hell is happening? Red Chase basically laying down next to clutch saying, what's going on? How you doing, bud? They're having a sleepover in mid-map. Okay, all right, Red Chase, you get the first blood. That was crazy. Anyway, now Chattanooga, man up advantage, but the bomb will go down. So, I mean, hopefully Red Chase, you know, can win this round after sleeping with the enemy team. See if his treachery pays off here. It's going to be Red Chase from mid-map. Pistols are coming out from a Corona, but Flix gets all 3 of them. They line up for him, and he gets all 4. Oh, my God. What the hell did... I need to see this kill cam. What did he just do to them? What is this round? And yeah, I mean, the faces of Chattanooga, I mean, I'm sure after that one, wow. Oh, I guess it wasn't all 4 for Flix. It was Juby getting the last one. I thought it was him, but oh my God, yeah, Flix gets 3 from top bedroom. And this was insane. This might have been the most insane thing I've ever seen right here. They're right next to each other. They're laying on top of each other. Like, what is going on? That was absolutely wild. And then, yeah, you see him right there. Flix from top bedroom. I mean, Corona able to get 1, but just low health bars for the rest of them. And Flix just gets an easy 3-piece there. Yeah, nothing that can be done about that. Juby with the final one. And a heartbreaking one for Tennessee there. Would have loved to have had that one, but still early days in this search. We'll see if that affects their mental at all. I know they had some pretty checked looks on their faces in the cams there, but take it 1 round at a time. But guess who's taking it 1 round at a time? It's Phantom with a double. Runs down B, gets the flank off early, but just as I say that, though, the numbers, they will be answered back upon. Shinobi spots Juby in the ring area as well, and bomb has been collected. Corona is going to get it, and now the wrap toward B is on, and still really early in this round, too, so they could, you know, Tennessee, they have a lot of plays, a lot of options to work with here. It's going to come down to timing and how well they're going to be trading, and I like this bomb plant, getting it down quickly. And now it's up to Atlanta on this retake. They're going to be playing together. They're going to be baiting and switching, trading each other, hopefully, here. We'll see if that ends up mattering. The numbers are up top. Shinobi plays his life, but not well enough. The headshots comes through, and now Corona in the 1v2. He's been spotted in basketball as well, and yeah, Flix is going to be taking care of that business as usual for this man. 5 spree for him, closing in on that Hellstorm missile. And a 3rd one. Now for Atlanta, the separation is there. 2-round edge in this one. And just a great wrap from Phantom. Nobody watching the B pinch. I mean, it was quickly dealt with toward mid, but just, I don't know. Yeah, just unfortunate timing, really, in the end there. I like the bomb plant, but yeah, just, unfortunately, Shinobi couldn't stay alive there. Had he just shouldered maybe the left-hand side, could have potentially worked out a little better for him. Maybe a better post-plant setup. Could have ensured the victory, but it didn't end up happening. Now the Owls have that separation I was talking about. 3-1. We'll see what they end up doing this round. Looks like heading toward mid with the bomb. A little ballsy approach, but I do like it. As a stack toward A, and that's going to be a car bomb. Corona gets the first one and a second one for Red Chase. So there we go. Tennessee stabilized a little bit more, and there's the 3rd one. Now Flix in the 1v4. He gets 1 back at the very least. Trying to scurry on out of here, but the pistol will be the one dealing the final blow. And there we go. Chattanooga running it down toward A, and they get the answer back quickly. Good look from them. And sometimes you just got to answer fire with fire, just aggression with aggression. I mean, Phantom runs through B last time. This time, it's Tennessee. They just run through ring, and they get the trades and a nice little car bomb off the rip. And that's why you got to run those trophy systems on that white van going on A on the offense. I mean, can spell the end of your round right there. So if you're not waiting or you don't have a trophy system, you might want to think twice about going. So nice little answer back. Tennessee now within a round. They're back on the offense, and looks like back toward A we go. It seems to be the common bomb site on this map. Nades are going to land over the top, but no damage inflicted, so we'll see what the approach looks like. It's just Flix yet again toward Laundry. He's kind of been the lone member patrolling this area. He's got to be careful, though. He has arrows coming his direction. And there we go. Here, the jig's up. Rotation on in from Atlanta. Doing what they can here to try and stack the bomb site, but I mean, Chattanooga haven't really made up their mind on where they want to approach yet. They still have people toward middle map, And it looks like they might elect to rotate here. Yeah, Shinobi scurries on out of here, and that might be the play, but maybe Atlanta have read this as they're going to send Phantom back toward B. Still plenty of time to play with here. Osiris going to be clearing out top bedroom. Not going to spot anything as of yet. A wild Phantom is on the rock toward B. But he is not going to be spotted. And, I mean, Bomb is back toward Ring. So, I mean, Ring around the Rosie. Musical chairs. Oh, Phantom might have just got a great timing, though, behind him. Yeah, there we go. He likes to activate. Might have saw him. And now it's a 4v1 the other direction. It's Shinobi, the last alive. And Shirley, the last domino to fall for Tennessee here. 45 seconds in the 1v4. I've seen miracles, but I don't think this is the round. And this should be a 4-2 advantage for Atlanta, barring a miracle here. And maybe Chattanooga played a little bit too long with the timer in that round. Seemed like they didn't really know exactly what they wanted to do in that one. Shinobi tagged down to 3 HP, gets 1, unable to get the second. And that'll be the 4-2. Atlanta find themselves up in this one. And there's that separation yet again, that 2-round cushion. Can be kind of hard to deal with once you think you close the gap a little bit, and then they get one right back. It's going to have to be a little bit cleaner here from Tennessee in the coming rounds if they're able to take this map. They really can't afford to go down 2-0 in this series. And I did circle the next map on my calendar as well. I mean, it's going to be Den Overload coming up next too, so definitely a tough one, but we'll see if Tennessee can last in this search and destroy and at least tie things up before then. And there's the trophy. They adapted. You live and you learn, right? And aggression for Atlanta toward A right now. It looks like Corona patrolling, but I don't know if he's going to be aware. This player is just laying down up in top window right now. He might get a freebie. That's going to be Flix. He's in the perfect spot, but he doesn't even need needed there. It's going to be his teammate watching over him, and now Osiris surely has no idea that Flix is here, and he gets a freebie. And Red Chase on the pinch, the last member alive in an impossible situation, and there we go. Atlanta House on map point after a clinically fast round toward top A there, and I mean, that's kind of what I thought Tennessee was going to do on the last attempt toward A. It's typically, I feel like that strat works more often than not on the offense. As long as you don't die from nades off the rip here, you could get there pretty quickly on top laundry. So the fact that they didn't really pull the trigger last round, I mean, just kind of sat on their hands a little bit too long. Maybe a confidence is showing, you know, their lack thereof. So it's going to have to be perfect. See if Chattanooga can get something together here. They struggled in search earlier today, and it seems like the S&D woes have continued. There's a trophy coming out for Tennessee, and there we go. Corona with the first blood. Nice little angle watching there, and now the aggression toward A is on. And it's just going to be Phantom here, and Phantom in a precarious position, but he ends up getting a kill, and he gets out with his life. He's not traded either. Corona does get the answer back at the very least here, but it's going to be Red Chase. There we go, shutting down Phantom finally. And a much-needed answer back for Tennessee. I mean, the round's not over yet, but 3v1, and now the bomb is down. We'll see if Clutch can live up to his name here. Corona trying to watch everything on the pinch here, but I mean, we'll see how the timing works out for him. He's kind of playing this in a situation where he might give himself bad timing here, so we'll see if Clutch can at least get the freebie on driveway. It looks like Corona may have heard him, though. Maybe not, actually. It looks like, yeah, there we go. Clutch gets the freebie. Only 20 seconds left, though. He's got to get going, and I don't think he's really going to have a chance in hell of winning this round as long as nobody gives him any info. And there we go. Red Chase just shouldering the ring patiently, waiting for his teammate to bait. And there we go. There's the free kill. There's the cleanup. And Chattanooga. Fist bumps in the air, one round at a time. They get the first one. It's going to have to be 3 more. We'll see if they can do it. Yeah, I was actually very surprised in this. I can't believe Phantom got away with his life and almost got a second one. I mean, on Red Chase, unfortunate timing for the stun, but the bullets did land, so didn't end up mattering in the end. And now we'll see if we can see some extended rounds here. I mean, Atlanta, they're on map point, and they have a couple of them. But you can't afford to play with your food here, so to speak. So you need to shut them out, or Tennessee might come roaring back in this one. Red Chase tagged down low, incredibly low mid-cut here. And yeah, Phantom just going to run him down. Yeah, no support there to help Red Chase. And he just falls for free. And Bomb is going down early. This might be it. This might be all Atlanta need to take this victory. It's going to have to be a faster retake than we've seen from Tennessee so far at B. And we're off to the races. Shinobi getting aggressive. He might try and flank all the way through their spawn, but Clutch is watching it all the way in the deep pinch. And Phantom backing on up, knowing his teammates are watching over him. Shots are going to land, but not enough for a kill. Phantom getting over aggressive, maybe, or not. I don't know. Cyrus ends up getting a trade. 3v2 situation, 20 seconds left, and it's going to be Corona. He's sticking the bomb. He might get this if nobody's going to check it. He's already all the way up there. No, he gets shut down at the very last second, and that'll seal the deal. Atlanta at the very end there. They kill him off bomb, and they'll take the second map there, 6-3. Pretty convincing fashion as well. And Tennessee, you can tell that the woes continue in the cams there. Doing a decent job in that SND, but just wasn't enough. I feel like they were just a little bit too slow on some of these retake positions. It can be tough, though, when you're a man down in this situation to try and retake the bomb site. And yeah, ballsy play. I do kind of like the bomb stick here, but there was just too many people left alive to really to go for that. But I mean, you got to try something, right? And it wasn't meant to be. So we do head to Den Overload coming up next, and it's going to be Atlanta Owls up 2-0 in this series, looking to close it out in 3, and they've looked pretty good so far in everything I've watched. We'll see if they're able to do it. And I mean, for Tennessee, I mean, you just got to lock in the respawns. I mean, the first one, they came back in, but they can't be going down in a huge deficit to start on out. So we'll take a quick intermission while we wait for map 3 to get locked and loaded, and we'll be back ready for some more action right after this. Now an overwhelming advantage for Atlanta here. Shinobi gets one back at the very least, but definitely a better position to be in. Shinobi going toward Tiki now. Still haven't spotted the play. Atlanta, we'll see if they can do anything. Clutch toward mid-map. Might get a timing as well. Flicks with the first blood. And it's going to be Corona. Wow, rips him from mid-pillars, and his teammate is there with the cover 5. The MVP from round 1. Juby here. On it. He's not going to spot anybody. He hasn't played laundry. He has to know they're up here. And oh my god, absolutely guns. GAs, let me know. Not too familiar with it, but it's going to be Red Chase pushing up mid-map, and I don't think he spot Clutch as well. Are they just right next to it? What is this timing? What is going on? What the hell is happening? Can win this round after sleeping with the enemy team. See if his treachery pays off here. It's going to be Red Chase from mid-map. Pistols are coming out from a Corona. The Flicks get looks on their faces in the cams there, but take it one round at a time. But guess who's taking it one round at a time? It's Phantom with a double. Runs down B, gets the flank off. It will be answered back upon. Shinobi mattering the numbers are up top. Shinobi plays his life, but not well enough. Back toward A, and that's going to be a car bomb. Corona gets the first one and a second one for Red Chase. So there we go. Tennessee stabilized a little bit more, and there's the third one. Now Flicks in the 1v4 toward middle map. It looks like they might elect to rotate here. Yeah, Shinobi scurries on out of here, and that might be the play. Musical chairs. Oh, Phantom might have just got a great timing, though, behind him. Yeah, there we go. He played a little bit too long with the timer in that round. Seemed like they... But I don't know if he's going to be aware. This player is just laying down up in top window right now. He might get a freebie. That's going to be Flicks. His teammate watching over him, and now Osiris surely has no idea that Flicks... There's a trophy coming out for Tennessee, and there we go. Corona Phantom here, and Phantom in a precarious position, but he ends up getting a kill, and he gets out with his life. Corona does get the answer back at the very least here, but it's going to be Red Chase. There we go, shutting down Phantom 1, and now the bomb is down. Corona may have heard him, though. Maybe not, actually. It looks like, yeah, there we go. Clutch gets the freebie. Waiting patiently, incredibly low mid-cut here, and yeah, Phantom just going to run him down. And Phantom backing on up. Them shots are going to land, but not enough for a kill. Phantom getting over aggressive, maybe, or not. I don't know. Situation, 20 seconds left, and it's going to be Corona. He's sticking the bomb. He might get this if nobody's going to check it. He's already all the way up there. No. Now an overwhelming advantage for Atlanta here. Shinobi gets one back at the very least, but definitely a better position to be in. Shinobi going toward Tiki now. Still haven't spotted the play. Atlanta, we'll see if they can do anything. Clutch toward mid-map. Might get a timing as well. Flicks with the first blood. And it's going to be Corona. Wow, rips him from mid-pillars, and his teammate is there with the cover 5. The MVP from round 1. Juby here. On it. And he's not going to spot anybody. He hasn't played laundry. He has to know they're up here. And oh my god, absolutely... Gets a nice trade 2-piece in turn, and I mean Blackheart P1 can be mixy, but Corona's not done. He's gonna get all 4 of them off the break. Kind of a rough go of things so far. Red Chase only able to get 1, and now Corona finds himself the last man, but nobody's blocking for Atlanta Owls. He just spawns all of his teammates on top of him. Tennessee maybe blessed with a blunder of a spawn block from Tennessee, trying trying to activate, trying to hold these spawns. Looks like Osiris on the prowl, able to get one, but instantly traded on out. Clutches here, and I mean, we'll see who. I mean, these gunfights in the back are so important. We'll see who ends up getting the better end of things. So far, it's just been a mix fest in the back of the map. And Tennessee will be winning the majority of the gunfights so far. Play for it, but doesn't get the first one. That was a big gunfight on the minimap there. You saw in the back. Just as I say that, though, Tennessee, they spawn on P4. They still have the preferred spawns for P2 here. If they can win a couple of gunfights here in transition, they should be able to lock down a lot of time. And yeah, look at that. Atlanta just don't push back toward P2, and they still get those split spawns. So, I mean, it can be Tennessee be able to lock this down on this P2, but it's going to be tough because, I mean, they're just getting parallels at the moment. Finally, some gunfights going their way. Osiris with some fancy footwork, able to get the pistol kill off the top ropes, and just like that, Tennessee, they stabilized, but I mean, Atlanta Alice, they've done a great job. I mean, in transition, just able to lock down a lot of this time that's gone kind of 50-50. It seems like they've gotten the majority of it. Shinobi with the 3, though, maybe shutting me up real quick. And Tennessee off to the races. Still.
I got 2 on me, square.
Help him, we have to have him square.
Got one, enough on the back,
Missing
Juby.
Juby, missing Juby.
Move back, move back.
Move
Back right.
Back right, Juby.
Running up front.
One shot, absolute clutch. Super weak. Let's do it time
One
both weak.
front, P1, bro. Fan on.
Falling in arc.
Square in the back P3.
Punch us with this. Left on punch us.
Bike front. We're just getting shot from.
Front, dead.
Nice.
Another one front.
Push ramp.
Ban him in the back, half health.
Weak flicks, half.
2 guys. Yeah, dead.
Playing your left behind.
Outer, half health.
One shot flicks, man.
We swindled.
He's just playing his front, bro. Yeah, he's just playing his eye.
Man, one, 2 at old.
Yeah, half health.
Flying in.
Yeah, I was fine. There's gotta be 2 new Chase.
Yeah.
Let's get a 60 here. I have your mid.
Two front. Quick.
I'm clearing.
I need help front, guys. There's 3 front.
Help him.
I got killed front. There's 3.
And they needed to lock in the 60-second on this hill to make this comeback possible. They've done a good. And we are back with map number 3. It's going to be Den Overload, the decider for the series here. If it's going to be a 3-0 for Atlanta, or if Chattanooga can answer back and send us the distance to see some extra ones. But I don't know, man. Atlanta, they're looking pretty hot tonight, especially a lot of the trades that they're coming out with have been pretty stellar. A lot of great teamwork I've been seeing. But here we are off the races, and Red Chase doesn't get away with his life with the drone. That could have been a potential, well, maybe not a potential score, as his teammate did get shut down elsewhere. So maybe not a potential score. Maybe I'm gassing it a little bit, but I mean, hey, mid-map positioning so far for Atlanta has remained strong. They're getting the kills in transition. They're just playing their lives, waiting for each other. The pinch is coming on in, but it might not be enough. Red Chase is here, but his teammates are dying in transition. But Red Chase gets all 4 of them. Hold up, maybe it does matter. And here we go, off to the races. We'll see if Red Chase can get it done, but they're going to have to wait a little bit. Another wave of kills is necessary as all of Atlanta spawn on the B portal, and Shinobi going for a trade here. He goes for the pinch, and another 4 dead. There we go. And that should be going on through the first one, and they're going to wait. I love this, actually, from Tennessee, waiting for the reset to come on through because they don't know where it will spawn. Unfortunately, it did spawn on the side they were already on, so maybe a little bit of wasted time there. But I love the play if it was on the other side. But a great showing so far. Red Chase, I mean, he just gets a quad kill on the flank there. Just shoots all 4 of them in the back. They get the first one and get the second wave. And this is going to be another one on the board. There we go. Signs of life from Chattanooga. 2-0 on this overload to start, looking good. And Osiris is set up for the relay, for the spawn trap as well. This has been a tough start for Atlanta. We'll see if they could bounce back. I know we did a listen in map number 1 with Chattanooga. And I mean, honestly, off the rip here, let's go into another one real quick before they close out the half.
Back right.
Heard you. I'm hitting through. Heard you. Play kills, guys. Play kills.
Yeah, 2 in the back left.
P2.
I have ball.
I'm P2. I'm looking P2. P2 dead.
I'm going to B. One top broken.
What's the couch?
Broken dead.
Touch dead.
Three.
One more. Close.
One spawned up.
Nice one.
Fucking shit.
One
Next
more
one
spawned up.
Back some clutch.
You're on the back. On the back.
Spawning A. I'm
Yeah,
coming
spawning
back.
A.
Up on the back. Just worry about your cut.
I'm on inside, hybrid side.
Back. Dead.
Cut. One more front. Cut. I need a cut.
Sliding in.
Dead!
Nice.
Come on!
Let's go, guys. Shit, bro.
Come on.
These kids are horrible, bro. Let's go, guys.
I'm telling you, bro. Momentum, bro. Let's get this shit fucking flowing, bro.
These kids
Come
are
on.
And that's the comps of University of Tennessee Chattanooga. There's the energy that I was looking for in that one. That was a great listening from them, and they sounded pretty good in that one. I mean, it also helps when your teammates are absolutely frying. I mean, Red Chase gets a quad, and that just starts the train of dominoes. And once they get that forward, they get another wave of kills. And I love how patient they were on this replay. You saw they waited for each other. They didn't rush the gun, and that was really the difference maker. And it's why they're up 4-0 at the half right now. And Atlanta House, a tough way to start this one. We'll see if they can answer back in the better or in the second half. They are on the preferred side, but we'll see if that ends up making a difference here, as it's going to be shots coming on through. Juby gets the first one, as it's going to be a jostling of position toward mid-map off the break here. And now Corona getting shoulders thrown his way. Got to play his life as he's losing teammates around him. And this is a pretty good start for Atlanta here. We'll see if they can transition this to some decent map positioning. And honestly, number 3 in a good spot as well. Flicks all the way up in their spawn past enemy lines. He might be able to get a freebie here, but immediately should be traded on through. Some nice shots from Corona will get the job done, but that's going to be 3 dead nonetheless. And Atlanta now on the prowl of their own to potentially get the first score through. We'll see if they can push up as well. Juby in your lobby has some teammates support as well. And I love what they're doing with the drone. They're kind of keeping them on their toes. They don't know where they're going to be going with it. They have lead blockers, but just as I say that, it's going to be 3 dead yet again. I mean, Phantom, he has the drone, but he's pretty much isolated now, just waiting, biding his time for his teammates off spawn, but they're just not here in time. And now potential for Atlanta, or for Tennessee, excuse me, to get another one on the board after the spawn change, or the portal change. For this, they could potentially do it, but at the goal line, there we go. Flicks with the double, he'll shut it down. And we'll see if Atlanta can get anything going this half so far. Let's go into a listen in with them. We haven't gone into one, and just see how they're comment on this overload. Oh, just kidding. Never mind. I got word from my producer. We don't have Atlanta on the listen, so apologies. But no, no comms for the other team. It is what it is. You're going to have to make do with me, guys, for a little bit, for the next 3.5 minutes or so. And we'll see now if Atlanta, we'll see if they can do anything on this second half. They have a decent setup, but unfortunately, just as I say that, all 4 are going to fall. And it seems like Tennessee kind of just flowing in this in this overload as well. They're doing a decent job just playing their time, playing their lives, and just baiting and switching really effectively, especially on these holds so far. But as I say that, it's going to be 3 falling. Shinobi, last one live, has the pistol out, and it might be enough. Wow, nice headshot to get a second one there. Incredible stuff from him. So we'll get a lot of kills in transition and slow the approach from Atlanta. And every little bit of time that ticks off the clock will be favoring Tennessee here. I mean, 4 minutes or 2 minutes 40 seconds is not a lot of time to get 4 scores here and tie things up, especially when you've just been losing the slaying battle toward mid-map. We'll see if they can do something in this series. Juby with a nice little flick there on one, but unable to get the second one. Clutch is there for the trade, and they will stabilize their base for now. But Red Chase, I mean, he's been the flanker. He's gotten through yet again. This guy's been so dangerous on the pinch. Nobody seems to be picking it up for Atlanta. Red Chase just keeps taking routes. He keeps getting kills, and that has led to their success so far. Now an opportunity for Atlanta to actually get some scores on the board, because Phantom's in a good spot, but just maybe a little overshow there for him, as it's going to be Flicks with the trade, but just not enough players to go for that one. And now they might have a chance, though. They got to slow play this, though. They still have members of Tennessee here. Got to make sure they're watching the crosses. Red Chase is here. He's able to get one, and the second one as well. Just watching the cross patiently. They didn't clear him, and there they go. The defense, yet again, for Tennessee has just remained strong in this half, in this whole map so far. And honestly, this is the map in that last series that I believe Atlanta did end up losing in the end. I'm not sure what map it was, but it was Overload for sure. So they didn't end up losing it. It was 5-4 in the end, and they're probably going to lose another one here. And this one a lot more clinical than that one. 5-0. Tennessee just dominating their opponent in this one. And this might be the start of a nice chance for the reverse sweep. I mean, it all starts here on the swing mode. I talk about it all the time. Whoever wins the swing mode usually ends up winning the series, but Tennessee, we'll see if they can dig deep in this one. As Atlanta, I'm not even sure if it's possible for them to come back at this point. Only a minute and change left. 5 scores, pretty much impossible, I would say, at this point, especially the way Tennessee is looking. I mean, Osiris just watching the pinch so patiently. Nothing they can do about that one, just ratting in a corner. And Tennessee, kind of just out of nowhere, just flipped the switch, and they just seemed like they were frying. Maybe this is just their map or something. I'm not too sure, but they look great on this 10 overload. And it looks like they might potentially get a 6th one on the board before everything is said and done here. There we go. Lucky number 6 rolls its way on through. And I mean, my goodness, this should be the first one on the board for Tennessee. They look good here. And I mean, it will be Scar coming up next in the hard points. So maybe a potential chance for them to get a little bit more locked in now that they just got their guns apparently frying now. Only took him a few maps to actually lock in with the with the guns, but I will say Scar is kind of a bigger map where you're not going to be, you know, in many crazy close quarters engagements like Blackheart, so maybe that'll help them out. And it looks like, yeah, Atlanta, one of their players already going to that next map, doesn't want to be a part of this this anymore. Looks like he's probably going to be setting up the lobby for new. And then, yeah, there we go. There's the vibes from Tennessee we wanted to see in the first couple of maps. They're back. They look a little bit more, more smiles on the faces now. And that was a great map, all things considered. I mean, you know, not only just able to capitalize on the good side, but I mean, they flip sides and they do the same thing on the bad side as well. They didn't score as many, but just the defensive holds were there. They were strong, and I mean, it was just a team effort across the board. Some nice return to form there from them in the slang department as well. And now we'll see if that ends up mattering. You know, momentum is a huge thing in Call of Duty, especially online, for sure. You got to keep that in mind. I mean, a lot of these guys be you know, once you get checked, it can be hard to lock back in, especially, you know, you're complaining about, you know, maybe like ping or packet burst or, you know, all the anomalies that go on in online Call of Duty. It can be an incredibly difficult, frustrating thing to contend with. So the fact that they lock back in that one is a good sign heading forward, but it's going to have to be pretty much flawless in the next couple of ones if they're going to be able to pull this off, honestly. And Scar Hardpoint, you know, in AR's paradise, I'm looking at the ARs for Tennessee to be stepping up big in this one. We'll see if they're going to be able to do it. As honestly, I'm not sure what to expect, but I did call it Atlanta in 5. So I mean, technically, Chattanooga can still win this one, and my prediction remains true. So we'll see if that ends up happening. We'll send it to a quick break while we get map 4 locked and loaded. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The pinch is coming on in, but it might not be enough. Red Chase is here, but his teammates are dying in transition. But Red Chase gets all 4 of them. Hold up, maybe it does matter. All of Atlanta spawn on the B portal, and Shinobi going for it. A trade here. He goes for the pinch, and another 4 dead. There we go. A great showing so far. Red Chase, I mean, he just gets a quad kill on the flank there. Just shoots all 4 of them in the back. They get the first one, and they get the second wave, and this is going to be another one on the board.
Heard you. I'm hitting through. Heard you. Play kills, guys. Play kills.
Yeah, 2 in the back left.
P2.
I have ball.
I'm P2. I'm looking P2 dead.
One top broken.
What's the couch?
Broken dead.
Good, 3.
One more. Close.
One spawned up.
Nice, man.
Fucking shit.
One
Next
more
one,
spawned up.
next one clutch.
No, on the back.
Spawning A, I'm coming
Yeah,
back.
Spawning A.
Up on the back. Just worry about your cut.
One inside, hybrid side.
Back. Dead.
Cut, dead. One more cut. I need a cut.
Sliding in, I'm good.
Dead!
Nice.
Come on!
Good.
Shoulders thrown his way. Got to play his life as he's losing teammates around him, and this is a pretty good start for blockers. But just as I say that, it's going to be 3 dead yet again. I mean, Phantom, he has the drone, but he's pretty much isolated now, just waiting, biding his time, especially when you've just been losing the slang battle toward mid-map. We'll see if they can do something in this series. Juby with a nice little flick there on 1, but unable to get the second one. But Red Chase, I mean, he's been the flanker. He's gotten through yet again. This guy's been so dangerous on the pinch. Nobody seems to be picking it up. So their success so far. Now an opportunity for Atlanta to actually get some scores on the board because Phantom's in a good spot, but just maybe a little overshell there for him. Got to make sure they're watching the crosses. Red Chase is here. He's able to get one, and the second one as well. Just watching the cross patiently. They didn't clear him. That I believe Atlanta did end up losing in the end. I'm not sure what map it was, but it was losing it. It was 5-4 in the end, and they're probably going to lose another one here. And this one a lot more clinical. Much impossible, I would say, at this point, especially the way Tennessee is looking. I mean, Osiris just watching the pinch so patiently. And it looks like they might potentially get a 6th one on the board before everything is said and done here. There we go. But I will say Scar is kind of a bigger map where you're not going to be, you know, in many crazy close quarters engagements like Blackheart, so maybe that'll help them out. The pinch is coming on in, but it might not be enough. Red Chase is here, but his teammates are dying in transition. But Red Chase gets all 4 of them. Hold up, maybe it does matter. All of Atlanta spawn on the B portal, and Shinobi going for it. A trade here. He goes for the pinch, and another 4 dead. There we go. A great showing so far. Red Chase, I mean, he just gets a quad kill on the flank there. Just shoots all 4 of them in the back. They get the first one, and they get the second wave, and this is going to be another one on the board.
Heard you. I'm hitting through. Heard you. Play kills, guys. Play kills.
Yeah, 2 in the back left.
P2.
I have ball.
I'm P2. I'm looking P2 dead.
One top broken.
What's the couch?
Broken dead.
Good, 3.
One more. Close.
One spawned up.
Nice, man.
Fucking shit.
One
Next one clutch.
No, on the back.
Spawning A, I'm coming
Spawning
back.
A.
Up on the back. Just worry about your cut.
One inside, hybrid side.
Back. Dead.
Cut, dead. One more cut. I need a cut.
Sliding in, I'm good.
Dead!
Nice.
Come on!
Good.
shoulders thrown his way. Got to play his life as he's losing teammates around him, and this is a pretty good start for blockers. But just as I say that, it's going to be 3 dead yet again. I mean, Phantom, he has the drone, but he is pretty much isolated now, just waiting, biding his time, especially when you've just been losing the slang battle toward mid-map. We'll see if they can do something in this series. Juby with a nice little flick there on one, but unable to get the second one. But Red Chase, I mean, he's been the flanker. He's gotten through yet again. This guy's been so dangerous. And we are back with map number 4, Scar Hardpoint, between Atlanta and Tennessee here. And it was Atlanta off to a hot start, 2-0. Pretty convincing in both of those maps, but it was, I mean, Chattanooga just came back. They just hit a different gear in that last one in that overload. So, I mean, that seems like it has been a weaker game mode for Atlanta, all things considered from what I've seen. But, I mean, it's going to be Hardpoint up next. Atlanta showed out in map number 1. Can they do the same and end it in 4? Or are we going to be going all 5 maps? That's going to be up to Tennessee in this one. So far, trades back and forth toward mid-map favoring Atlanta at the moment. Osiris just waiting for his teammates' support. Nice little pistol work action coming out, able to stay alive. And Tennessee, they'll get some early time. And they'll flip the spawns as well. So maybe a good sign for them heading toward new. I do prefer the blue side of the map for P2 myself. I know sometimes you can hold it really from either side, but definitely easier to hold on P1 from this side, I would think. But Juby, nice little shots over the top there. He's going to hit a little flick of the wrist there, hit some nice shots, and maybe potential now for Atlanta to chain this hill. The transition over toward new as they'll get the remaining 10 or so on old. It's going to be up to Red Chase to stay alive, but he will get shut down on the pinch. And just as I say it, Atlanta should be able to capitalize on their rotation. There we go. Osiris, oh, not quite able to win an important one. As some sloppy shots from Red Chase, he does get the kill eventually, but it will be Atlanta on the hill first. And, I mean, honestly, Corona in a decent spot to cut the spawners here. We'll see. Oh, Osiris from sloppy shots on the top, but it might not matter. Corona gets all 3 of them. Patience pays off, and that should be the break. It's going to be Tennessee. They're on in, and they've flipped the spawns as well. Osiris in a decent spot to watch them off this angle here. I don't know if they're going to realize he's up here as well, but they do, and flicks. Nice little flick of the wrist onto Osiris. Now Shinobi, I mean, he's lost all of his support. He's wondering where they went to. Maybe just a couple of too many solo chows. And it looks like Tennessee will flip right on back into the hell that they wanted to get out of. Only 20 seconds left on this hill, so teams got to start thinking about new here. And it looks like Tennessee, they're still hitting old. Really, both teams hitting old with 10 seconds left. Let's see if that ends up mattering in the end. Red Chase gets 1 in transition and a double. There we go. Potential now for Chattanooga to get a nice little chain going here on the Plain Hill. I will say, Plain, you can hold this hill for quite a while as long as you have some trophy systems and some good teamwork, some good crossfires coming on in, but the numbers so far for Atlanta might prove to be the determining factor on this break. Osiris, yeah, not reading the pressure from high in the sky. Red Chase, he gets 1. He'll stay alive. He has support from his team, but he's got to play smart here. He's got to make sure he's not getting naded. He'll back on up. Knows the pressure is coming. Unable to win 1, and it's just been a mix fest on this P3 so far. Nades landing everywhere, and it looks like Atlanta finally, they do break the backs of Tennessee, but I mean, Tennessee, they still have the spawns as well for new. That's been kind of a common trend so far in this map so far. Tennessee playing a lot more proactively toward new so far, it would seem, in the first couple of hills at the very least. We'll see if that trend continues. That's really why I think they lost the Blackheart map number 1, and maybe they'll learn from their mistakes. It's going to be Corona with some horrible timing toward mid-map, and that's some just better shots from Juby there in transition. Gets a double, playing his life, waiting for his teammates. He's going to get the bait and switch, and that'll be all 4 dead. The spawns are going to flip, and a horrible time to die if you are Chattanooga here. They're going to get parallels at the very least, and I'm not sure if anybody from Atlanta is reading this. Red Chase already through. Shinobi is here as well. This might be the rebreak instantly. We'll see if Shinobi can do any damage from the back. There we go. He gets the first one. Red Chase with the second. There's only 1 more player in the back to contend with, and that's going to be Flix. He has to go huge here, and he cannot. So Chattanooga, despite all the flashiness from Atlanta, they will stabilize and potentially now can hold the remaining 30 or so. But, I mean, Phantom got through the back as well. So not a whole lot of players really watching this motel side so far, it would seem. And Flix, he's going to win 1 in the back, but it'll be shut down. And Tennessee, they got to start thinking about new now. As Osiris already passed the 50-yard mark, but instantly taken on down. Spawns from Atlanta right on top of him. Nothing he can really do about that one. And Corona, the wrong gun for that gunfight. And it will be Atlanta holding. Decent setup as well. Red Chase, yeah, thinking about overextending, but not really a whole lot he could do there. M15 just watching his exit from the doorway, and now it's going to be Clutch in the back, looking for a couple. Osiris needs to try and get active, involved with his teammates. He gets an important one. That's going to be the top green player, and now he can just be annoying. He can stay alive in the back here, potentially flip the spawns as well, as it's going to be a 2 dead, make it all 3, and just the player in the hill left last alive. That's going to be Juby. He's been great this series so far. He's going to have to go clutch for the spawns, but he cannot do it. Corona steals his fate with that one, but Flicks with a double. This is still getting mixy, and look at the spawn. Juby just got in the back. Nobody blocking for Chattanooga, and that should be the rebreak from Atlanta. A short-lived hold from Tennessee there, but still just about tied in the scoreline, all things considered. It's been a very mixy back-and-forth hardpoint, even closer than the first one. It's going to be rotating back toward P1 now, so we'll see if Atlanta can stabilize here. Looks like they will get a couple of kills in transition. Now potential for them to stoke a little bit of this hill as Chattanooga kind of spread around across the map, kind of everywhere at the moment. They know Red Chase is behind him, and good call out there. Flicks will clean that player up. And now it's going to be Chattanooga. What can they do on the push here? Because they're just getting ripped apart. Look at these irons. I mean, just crossfires per days for Atlanta. They're on the better side of things. And P1 on this map, you could soak for an incredibly long period of time if you have the angles. If you're winning gunfights, I mean, you can reinforce so easily off of spawn. It is almost comical how easy it is. And oh no, Shinobi stops shooting on the player on hill. That's going to cost him his life. The support is here, but it is waning. Red Chase with a double, though. Has to reload. He'll get eventually taken out thanks to Juby. Pieces flying back and forth for both teams, red and blue. And I will say, all things considered, I mean, I thought Atlanta were going to get more time on this P1 than they ended up getting. A lot of contest time. Thanks to nice routes from Red Chase there. Just able to get a couple of kills in transition. And there he goes off again. So now Tennessee, we'll see if they can stabilize and get some more time here. Nobody's here early. He gets a double, goes for the third, but too weak in that engagement. Get anything meaningful done as his teammates will chime on in for the third, and they'll be on the hill first. And there we go. Red Chase is heating on up. This guy has been beaming. I mean, we don't have comms for Atlanta, but we have them for Tennessee. Let's go into another listen in the midway point of this hard point with Tennessee Chattanooga.
Bottom, challenge me quick.
Top,
Top.
clutch. Give me top,
Good,
Brennan.
Top.
Give it up, Brennan.
One shot, top. Dead.
Zach, good shit.
Alright, shit.
I'm playing your mid.
RG.
Shot
dead.
Chase, go. Do your thing.
RG,
Chase,
I'm
go,
watching,
go,
watching,
go.
I can't shot.
Top green, shit on. Holy
Shit
fuck.
on. Come on, let's go. Come on. They're gonna
One
flip.
P top green, one P top green.
Playing for top green. I already
Come
killed
on,
him there.
let's get the comms going.
On
Run
it,
it,
P5, weak, clutch.
One blue,
Push
one
it,
blue.
push it,
I'm going top green, I'm going top green, I'm going top green.
Shot, one shot,
Two
one
blue,
shot.
two blue, one more blue, one more blue,
One
one
shot.
more blue. He's on time.
I'm hitting a deep flank
I
P2.
could be dead.
I'm hitting
Time.
a deep flank.
RG.
I'm hitting P2.
He's mid cut, heavy.
Anytime.
No trophy.
Mid top.
Stun hill, David.
Make it mid shot. John, let's get time.
Wait for this kid mid shot.
Shot.
Time to do it. 2 point. Nice, that's 3. Come on.
Make cut.
We should flip.
Yeah, we're gonna flip.
No,
We're spawn blue.
Yeah.
Quick.
There's
I'm trying to come in. I'm trying to come in too.
Help.
Only 2 times. Yeah.
On hill.
Abercut.
I need it out right.
Abercut. Have all cut. Have all cut.
Three on time.
When they're top,
Close on me, Jimmy close.
More plane heady.
They come to me.
Look slow.
One shot, clutch mid, going plane. All going plane. Whole team's going plane, guys.
Another plane. There's 3 there. 3 ult.
Nice.
One more road. Help.
Got 2
Keep
ult.
filling out.
I'm
dead.
I'm taking up P2.
Yeah, last one P2.
Good time.
P2.
2 ult.
I'm holding
I'll play
P2.
We flip.
Yeah, one's in the back then.
Wait, what's P1?
Back on me, dead.
Good listening there from Tennessee. The energy is still flowing as they find themselves up about 40 points going into new, but just as I say that, Shinobi finds himself the last remaining player on new, and a quick break from Atlanta. Seem like they're maintaining their composure. Atlanta are, so this is a tough team to put away. Chattanooga, they gotta keep on the gas if they're able to win this one. They can't afford to allow Atlanta back into this map. It's a good hold so far. It's gonna be a tough hill to break for sure. He'll be able to get one in transition. Runs out of bullets, going for the pistol, not able to land it, but his teammate is. And now 2 dead. This is potential break opportunities. Really, the rest of Atlanta pretty separated. They're waiting for reinforcements off of spawn. Corona's here for 1. Almost hits the stick there. The nade is not going to land, but the shots might. He's getting incredibly close to killing him. There we go. Chattanooga, they'll get the last 15 or so, and they might be able to break out of this trap as well toward, as Corona is still frying forward. Make it all 5 spree for him. And he's going to get the rest of this time. Sticks for him 1 off of this Hellstorm missile, and that might be an important one if he can find it. And he's going to get it. There we go. Just soaking in the time, staying down. He'll get the Hellstorm. He's going to die, but it doesn't really matter. He gets the streak, and that'll delay all of Atlanta from really doing anything. He just needs to hover it in the sky for a little bit of time here, and he can just delay them. And unfortunately, doesn't get a kill, but at the very least, I mean, he's able to just slow them down incredibly well there. And I mean, Atlanta, you got basically one more hit at this push now, and Clutch is going to be in the back. It's really up to him to try and break the spawns. His teammates get all the kills in transition, though. So there we go. Atlanta, not out of it yet, but I mean, Chattanooga, they only need about 15 points to close this out here. It's going to have to be an incredible hold and transition to this P1 hill as well. And honestly, potential P2 as well if we can get there. Shots a little sloppy from Shinobi, but he does get it done. I mean, Tennessee, they can still win it here. Phantom is going to fall in the back, and the spawns are spawning out yet again. Owls, they have to get them off this time. There's only 10 seconds left. They can't afford to allow them to soak any more of this. 5 seconds is all that's going to remain. They're going to run into the crossfire. Osiris shuts them down at the goal line. And we're headed to map number 5. And it's going to be Scar yet again. What a series of Call of Duty we're witnessing right now. Tennessee with the ultimate regain after those first couple of maps. They slam them in the overload. And a pretty close Scar, but an energetic finish. And we're going to be heading to another search and destroy. My goodness, we'll see if this one's a little bit closer for Chattanooga here. Not the best teamwork in the map number 2. We'll see if map 5 bodes a little bit better for them. And I will say, Scar, definitely a map where kind of a coin flip on this one for SND on whether or not you're going to be winning the round or not. Kind of just depends on how the first blood situation goes most of the time, but a great map nonetheless. I mean, Chattanooga, they locked in. I can just tell the difference night and day from maps 3 onward. It just seems like their energy is way up, more so than it was on that Blackheart. And we will see. I mean, if it is going to be them, we're pulling off the reverse sweep here. What a series we're watching. I did honestly, I did predict this to go 5, but after the first couple maps, I was like, oh no, maybe my prediction was wrong. But we're still here, guys. We're still in the prediction W category. They just got to do it one more time for me and one more map, and the prophet here will maintain his credibility, I guess. My non-existent unknown credibility. But yeah, I mean, Scar S&D coming up next. And honestly, I didn't see any sniper rifles in that raid, so I'm assuming they're just not running snipers in this league. Let me know in chat if you guys do know. Let me know if that's a thing or not. I've been just assuming they were just not using them in a raid, and maybe the GA rule is still a thing. But if you guys know in chat, let me know so I can know what I'm talking about here. But honestly, I don't know what to expect now, because I mean, I think Tennessee now, after those last couple of maps, they're absolutely frying. They look good. But I will say, it is S&D. It's a different game mode. So, I mean, all that respawn prowess, the momentum might just be out the window in this one. It's really just going to depend on the teamwork for me from both of these teams. I mean, Atlanta in that search, they looked pretty calm, composed. They looked like they knew what they wanted to do on the raid. But I mean, Scar, there's only limited options really of what you can do on this map. So it's probably going to be a simulator, and really who's going to be converting once you get first bloods here. A lot of time, first blood just determines who's going to win the round on this one. I have seen a lot of clutch situations kind of like thrown away though. So it just depends on your teamwork as well. Obviously you got to be able to convert the round once you get the first blood, but man, I mean, the conversion rate for a lot of these teams is decent, I will say. So, I mean, we'll see who ends up converting the first bloods better, especially if there's no sniper rifles in play. I'm curious how that's going to end up playing a factor in this one, but I guess we'll find out in a moment. I'm not exactly too sure if we're going to be loading. It looks like I did get word that we are going to be loading on into the map now. So I guess we'll see. I mean, it's going to be Tennessee able to pull off the reverse sweep, and that would be a pretty impressive feat as well off of a good team like the Atlanta Owls. They've looked pretty good. They've only dropped 1 map before this series, and they already dropped 2 in this one. We'll see if Tennessee can take the W away from them. Seemed like they had it all in the bag, but last couple of maps proved to be pretty dominant the other way. And now Atlanta, I mean, this is what I said earlier. You got to close them out, or this can happen to you. And it's going to have to be a strong start for them after losing the last couple of maps. We'll see how their mental has been tested in this one. As we're going to be loading on in. It looks like we are toward the A bomb site. Yet again, the favored bomb site on this map. Really no reason to go toward B. And there we go. There's the first blood. It's going to be Atlanta striking first. And we'll see if they can convert that into a round. More often than not, that's what happens. First blood on Scar, you win the round. Looks like we got maybe some players lagging there. That was insane what I just saw on the map. But Corona gets one back, despite maybe some rubber banding going on. And now a minute and change to work with. And yeah, Juby, I think maybe you just lagged out. So we might get a restart here. I'm not sure what's going on with Juby. Maybe check his internet connection. This probably is going to be a replay. We'll see. This round might count, but we'll probably get a restart here if Juby just doesn't get his things fixed here in a moment. But honestly, they're doing well without him. Atlanta, I mean, despite him lagging out, it's still a 2v2 situation. So maybe they'll win this round, and this might still end up being one that counts for Atlanta. Flicks is in the back of the map. He's going to spot Corona toward B, and now that's going to give the alert bells for Flicks to head on over. Or Phantom, excuse me, to head on over. As he's going to be top green. They're going to get the bait and switch. Nice trade coming out through, and now Corona last alive in the clutch. He has the bomb down, and it's planted for him, I believe. So potential for him to clutch here. Shot's going to rain on true. That'll give away his position. But he's still in a pretty good spot. He doesn't need to do a whole lot here. He just needs to make sure he's not going to give them the bomb defuse here, but they're just going to run at him. And nice little bait and switch coming on through. This should be a kill, and it will be. Atlanta, I mean, despite Juby not even playing that round, I mean, Phantom with 3. They get the clutch. They get the defuse. And they'll get the first round. And internet be damned. Atlanta converting it. Wow. Didn't expect that one. But that's exactly what they needed to do. If they're going to, I mean, if they're going to win this game, they got to make sure that, you know, those last couple of maps, that they're in the past. Only focus on the task at hand, and it's one round at a time. And we'll see now what Chattanooga elect to do on their defense, I believe. It was kind of a slow approach toward A last time, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot of that this map. A lot of just waiting for people to scam. It's kind of what Scar is on S&D. Snipers usually play a big part, but if we're not going to be seeing snipers, it's probably just going to be down to the gunny, and there's Red Chase. I mean, challenge a Heglich like that is some ballsy work. Unable to get it done. The nades weren't able to land, so no first blood as of yet. Flick's looking for it, but looks like Corona might be greeting him. And he says hello. Cyrus says goodbye. 3v3 now. Phantom scurries around the corner. He'll get out with his life, but just like that, Shinobi finds himself the last member alive. Tag down low, 17 health. He's getting chased as well. Looks like Clutch spotted him. And now Shinobi with the world to do. Time is ticking, and oh, that timing was horrible for him. Shinobi will fall. And a good answer there. Atlanta, 2 in a row now. Shutting down any sort of momentum, it seems like, that maybe Tennessee was gathering there in the last couple of maps. I'm surprised no nade landed toward mid map there on Clutch. You know, when Red Chase was challenging that player, if a nade lands there toward the truck, I mean, it could maybe soften him up, and that's probably a free kill. Maybe some things to go back and look at for S&D strats going forward. And I know that truck is a pretty common spot. Maybe a trophy came out. I think it might be a little early for trophies, though. It's hard to tell. We're back on the offense for Tennessee. And it looks like toward B we go, and that's the risky run. Going toward B, just gets his wig ripped clean off on the plane heady. And now there's 2 members here. They've doubled the reinforcements. And now it's just a 1-for-1. Look at where Juby is. He's just on the prowl. He's on the pinch. He gets a double for himself. And I mean, a clinical round there. Atlanta, they didn't even have to do anything. They were just gifted the round. Wrapped up like a present. And a third one now. Atlanta looking to run away with it. Tennessee, yeah, I'm not happy about that one. You can tell. Just nobody watching the pinch here. And that just allows Juby to just walk down mid-map. Yeah, he just runs past them, gets to free 2-piece, like just as free as you'll ever see. Both players' backs turned. And that's why you see teams avoid going B right there. I mean, one player dies, and then no trade can really come through because, you know, the other team gets there first on the plane head glitch, so it can be an incredibly rough site to try and break into. Look at this route from Shinobi on the pinch. He's able to spot one toward top blue, but I like this backing up here. No need to get over-aggressive. You are on defense. Make the game work for you, but bomb is going down. While I say that, in the meantime, nade's going to land, though. Corona gets him, and the bomb didn't get planted either. So now an opportunity for Tennessee to get something going here. Still a lot of time to work with for Atlanta, but Tennessee, they probably have the info on where these players are. And Chase is going to spot one toward bomb. That's going to alert all of the players here. But, I mean, Clutch is going to shoot him through the wall. Not enough for a kill, but Juby is there for the trade. 2v2 now. Clutch and Juby. What do you have in this situation? Whoa, he just jumps over him. Clutch does end up getting the kill, but that got scary there for a moment. Osiris He's going to spot Juby, but his location has been known now, and Clutch just going to like to plant the bomb, and he's going to start the clock. Osiris, you really need to convert this 1v2. This would be an important one for you to find. There we go. Makes it a 1v1. A lot of time for him to find Juby. And now it's really about how Juby elects to play this, honestly. He planted it safe, I believe. Clutch did, so this stun might give him a lot of information. No, it won't. The worst timing for that stun, and now Juby has a pretty good idea where he is. Osiris through the wall is going to fall. And a 4th round in a row. Atlanta steamrolling their way through Scar. Looking to close it out here and close it out emphatically. Great composure from Atlanta so far in this SND, just converting round after round with, I mean, it doesn't even really seem like a lot of effort has been put forward. Just good baiting and switching, and maybe some mistakes from Tennessee in this one. Maybe just better gunny for Atlanta in this one as well. Everybody so far pretty much positive on Atlanta. Looking at Red Chase and Shinobi to start getting involved. Looking at double donuts across the way. If they can get involved, it's still anybody's game, but they need some... They need Red Chase, honestly, really, in this one. He was the big catalyst in the previous hardpoint. What was that overload? Flank is coming on through. It's going to be Phantom. He's getting aggressive, and why not? You have so many rounds to work with. First blood for him. And now just left to Shinobi yet again. I mean, this guy has been last alive every round. Nothing he can do. Just shot in the back from everyone. Aggression from Atlanta. They are just running it down. Disrespecting Chattanooga here. And then they find themselves on map point. And not only that, they're up 5-0. Atlanta. I mean, they would have to troll at this point to lose this one. We have seen full sales before, but I have not seen them very often. They only come around every once in a while. And we'll see if that's going to be this special series or not. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Chattanooga have not given me a reason to be hopeful in this map so far. But we'll see if they can start. It starts with 1. They got to get 1 on the board. Back to A we go. Nice little first blood for Red Chase. He's on the board now, so no more donut for him or Shinobi. But I mean, just like that, another one's going to fall. And now just Osiris and Corona in the 2v3. And this is for the series. Bomb's going to go down. Atlanta have started the clock. Osiris and Co. They got to get involved. Corona knows he's here. Wallbangs are coming on through, but not enough for the kill. And Atlanta, they're getting aggressive. They're getting on them. They're going to pounce, and they will do it. Atlanta 6-0ing Tennessee in that one. And you could just see the looks of frustration on their faces. They know that that was not what they're capable of. I mean, clearly, something clearly went wrong in that one. You don't get 6-0 in SND if things are going your way. But, I mean, if you're Atlanta, I mean, that's something to be proud of. That's an achievement in itself. 6-0ing is no easy feat. I mean, you basically have to make no mistakes and play pretty much perfect COD and really hope for your opponent to make some mistakes in that one. So, shout out to the Atlanta Owls. They're going to take it. They're going to advance to 4-0 on after week 2 said and done. So, they're looking good in that one. And for Tennessee, yeah, the woes for today continue. They're going to be falling to 2-2 after losing the first one today as well. Maybe some, definitely a lot of VOD to go back and watch. So we'll see if they end up, improving, getting some more scrims in and, doing their thing in their next series. But I mean, I don't want to say I called it, but I did call it. Atlanta in 5. Here we are, undefeated in predictions. Self-gas, self-plays a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Tennessee next time around. That was a good showing out of them. I did like what I saw toward the tail end of that series. They locked back in, especially in the last couple of respawns, and they look pretty good. I mean, just maybe some S&D woes to go look back at, some new strategies to come out maybe the next time they come play. But wow, that was a good series, guys. I appreciate you all coming out and chat. Shout out Kryptonite, my producer, as well as Tricky doing the observing behind the scenes. And be on the lookout for next week. I believe next Tuesday should be our next matchup as well at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So be on the lookout for that one. That's going to do it for us tonight. Appreciate you guys yet again. And my name's Clam. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.